Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم أرنا حق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا باطلا باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for tawfiq for everything. So we are going to get into the sensitive topic now of secret marriages. In Muslim countries, in Arab-speaking countries, it's called Messyar. This word is not found in the Hadith or in the Sunnah. It is most likely some people have come up with it. Allah knows best. But yeah, it's called Messyar. Now, the issue of Messyar. I'm educating. Don't jump. Okay, please listen till the end. Understand the sides. Understand the arguments. Number one, you have to understand that there is a difference of opinion amongst scholars. What does this mean? It means like some of you are Hanafi, and you're okay with that. You don't care to find the truth as to what's the correct fiqh according to what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam practiced. No, you're Hanafi. I was born like this. I would stick to be Hanafi. I don't care what anyone says. It's my Maulvi sub, and that's it. Okay, so let's understand the argument, right? Some of you are Shafi. Oh my God, no, I will not give up qunut in Fajr even if you prove me 1,000 times that this is not from the Sunnah. Okay? Others are Hanbali. Others are Malikis. No, I'll pray with my hands down. It doesn't matter, even if you show me that the Prophet didn't do like that all the time, or only under certain things. It doesn't matter. I am like this. That's how. Okay, so you understand where the argument comes from. What does an ikhtilaf in fiqh opinion means? Marriage is an opinion. It is an issue of fiqh, of mu'amalat and dealings, and it's also an aqd. It's a contract. So it falls in different categories. There's kitabun nikah, and so on and so forth. Let us understand the issue. So it's a big problem. It's a difference of opinion. Scholars differ whether it's allowed or not allowed. Okay, some scholars said it's not allowed. Okay, because it involves the not telling and lying. In some countries you have to take the permission from the first wife, which is not written, and then you have to go to a court and they have to validate it, and some countries have just banned any kind of polygyny, like I think it's Algeria or Tunisia, one of those. Anyway, so but some scholars, and quite a lot, say that it's not an invalid nikah. The guy does something wrong, for example, like lying to his wife or anything like that, that itself is wrong. Does that invalidate the nikah? No. Does that invalidate the marriage? No. I know, wait a second, please, I beg you, relax. I'm trying to tell you what the scholars are saying. I'm trying to explain to you what the problems are before you jump in. Brother, I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm trying to say what's out there so we can understand. So, giving that in mind, that it is a valid nikah and it is a valid marriage, now, of course, men will do it. A lot of men have and will do it. What happened, sadly, when the Syrian war started, for example, and the Yemeni war, but specifically the Syrian. And this is sad, and I totally see this as a big problem. May Allah bless them and guide them. They're good men, some of them. I've seen it. It became even a mess where they went to Turkey and they got married in secret to not one, but and yes, it was maybe just to fulfill their desires. And they couldn't be men enough to take care of these women. They just kind of what I call drive-by marriage. They kind of just picked them up, did their thing, and dropped them off. And it happened. And actually some women, and I know of specific cases because I have some of the mashayikh who work there, and they know, where some elder women were pimping the women. They're doing nikah in the morning and nikah at night, the same woman. Okay, and they would swear on the husband, or anyone from a different country would come, and she would insult him after consummating marriage, and he would get so upset and he would divorce her on the spot, just so she can take the mahar. So it's like a game, yeah. This is not what we are advocating for. This is not what we want. This is the garbage that we're trying to fight against and teach people. If you want to be a man, stand up. Is it going to be perfect? You're going to have problems, you're going to have divorce? It's what happened. But sorry, to marry over the weekend or for one night with the intention that you're going to just like play around and mess around, I mean, this is muta. And this is not allowed in Islam. So, but it happens, guys. That's what I'm trying to tell you, that these things happen, man. They happen. These issues happen. So back to the secret marriage. What are the problems? What are the arguments and so on? So Islamically, is it valid? Yeah, it's valid. Actually, in some countries, I'm not going to name, it's by law, it's valid. By law, there's laws that somehow govern Messyar. Okay? There are even offices that do it. For example, I know of a recent case, that I know, where the, don't fight here, okay, the issue, there's the khilaf, okay, the sister was following the Hanafi opinion. In the Hanafi opinion, if you've been married before, you don't need a wali. Okay, you don't need a wali. You have to understand that. And in general, some scholars have said that if you've been married before and there's authentic, proof for that, that the woman doesn't need a wali. But be careful here. Don't take my words and go, and now all the sisters are going to go get married without wali. Because Jibreel said so. Astaghfirullah. Please do not say that. I'm just telling you what happens. Sister, good sister, mashallah. Professional, has her own things. And subhanAllah, because she's coming from some kind of, family background, family is not allowing her to get married. She's suffering. So she proposed to the brother. She was asking for Messyar. Now, what does that mean? Just to analyze this case. Does that mean that no one's going to know? It's going to be like she's going to be kept in a bottle somewhere? No. In some cases that happens, and I don't know, that's not correct. If no one knows about the marriage, it's just the man and the woman, this is dodgy. Okay? And Allah, I'm not saying it's not valid or anything like that, from a fiqh person, not my own opinion. Okay? There can be debate, you'll find all kinds of opinions of scholars. What I'm saying is that the sister said, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm going to commit zina. And I need to get married. The sisters jump on, and all kinds of, problems. So she requested the brother, please, we do not tell too many people. Now, do people know? Of course people know, because you have to announce the nikah. But see, that's the problem with a lot of people make mistake in the argument. They say that announcing means you tell your first wife. No, that is not a condition necessarily, a condition. Is it my opinion again? This is the opinion of the scholars, please. Again, don't attack me. Don't jump and destroy me after this, video. Okay? So when it comes to Messyar, okay, you have to understand that, okay, when it comes to keeping it in secret, a lot of the guys who get married, they don't keep it in secret except from the first wife or her family. And if you look on Islam Q&A, on many other, they'll say that this is not a condition necessarily for that you have to tell them, or you have to take their permission. So this is where the guys are coming from. Again, we're trying to tell them to do it right. We're trying to tell them to be man responsible, and we're going to say why they don't do it. We're going to talk in the next series about why. But the issue is that, subhanAllah, the sisters, I need to get married. Please don't tell people. I don't want my family to know. I want to get married. We'll meet each other so many times a week. They agree. He doesn't cheat her or tell her promises and then breaks her heart. No, they both agreed before the marriage. They went with it. They did it. I know there's a lot of horror stories that I just told you about what happened in Turkey with the Syrian women. SubhanAllah, may Allah protect people from doing that. This has been almost like a organized prostitution, astaghfirullah, with little things here, touches here to make it supposedly halal. That's not what we are talking about, man. This is not, the men should have some shame and taking care of these women who are coming as refugees, man. Their husband's been raped or killed, or their children, and they have nothing. And instead of these men who have money, mashallah, they're flying over to Istanbul. They are, taking big hotels and all that, just chilling there, eating on the Bosphorus and all that. And instead of at least take, even if you're not gonna say it to your wife, take care of the woman, man. You have the ability to take your wife back home, to give her a good life, to protect her, and Allah will bless you, and you cowered out by just doing a weekend thing. These are not real men. I'm so sorry. I don't care what people say. Okay? They cowered it out. So, But back to the issue. It's secret. Okay, it's a secret. Hey. So, the not telling the first wife doesn't invalidate nikah. Is it a problem? Yeah, because she's gonna find out. It's gonna be problems. It's gonna destroy your life. It happens. I know. It causes a lot of problems. No doubt. I believe that it's not good. Does it invalidate the marriage? No. Why do guys do it? A lot of times because they are cowards and they don't want to tell the wives, because they just want to mess around. But I know genuine cases where the guys love their first wife and they've tried, they've talked to her, they explained to her for years their problems, they cried out their tears in their heads that please, I can't take it anymore. You're not giving what you promised, what you've told me when we made the nikah. I've been fulfilling, I've been providing, I'm sleeping with you whenever you want it, I'm pleasuring you before I pleasure myself, I do this, I do that, but you haven't done your part. And I understand, you can't. You have kids, you're sick, you have your period, you have this, you have issues. He understands, the people understand. Some guys are good and they understand this. Some guys are genuine and they understand this. But this woman won't do it. And she said, no, if you ever do it, I'll divorce, I'll destroy your life, I'll take the kids, especially in the West, I'll use the Western system, the law, we will destroy, we'll break you, I'll expose you, I'll this and that, I'll cut you off. And I'll tell everyone and you're done. So the guy's like, what the heck, I'm between a rock and a hard place. So he goes ahead, doesn't tell her. He tells friends, they do a walima, they make a party, people know about the marriage. It's just that she doesn't know. Do I personally believe that's a good thing? It's obviously it's going to cause problems. But subhanAllah, even if the guy mans up and says, okay, it's woman, okay, you didn't give me after 10 years, you didn't fulfill me, you didn't keep your end of the bargain, I've been patient with you, Allah allowed me to this, and you're standing against it, I'm going to get married. What do you think she's going to do? The same thing if she's going to find out that he got married. She will destroy him. She will accuse of this and that. She'll take the kids. If you get married, I'm going to divorce you. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to go to the police. I'm telling you, I know these cases. Good brothers. So where is the man? Why is it always that the man is the bad guy? He's stuck between a rock and a hard place. Between obeying his Lord. Oh, but he shouldn't be fulfilling his desires, right? No. Oh yeah, that's why the Sahabas married. That's why the Prophet married. Oh brother, but you shouldn't use the example of the Sahaba and the Prophet. Why shouldn't I use it? Whenever we talk about Salah and Siyam, we say Qala Allah, Qala Rasul, Qawlu Sahaba. But when it comes to something you don't like it, brother, censorship. Brother, how dare you use the high levels and the high morals of the Prophet and the Sahaba to prove your case? I'm not proving my case, man. We're discussing a genuine issue. Refute the argument. Attack the argument. Don't shoot me. So yes, I'm telling you, yes, these guys in Turkey, bunch of cowards, okay, have all the money, have all the resources, and they're still deciding to act like little teenagers, And that is very bad. I condemn that personally. Because you have the means. It's easy for them to open a second house, a third house, and a fourth house. It's easy. It's like pocket change for some of these guys. And I've seen them. I've been to, to Istanbul. I'm a consultant in Istanbul to one of the education institutions there. So I go there quite often, now I cannot. And I know what's happening. I've seen it. I've had dinner with people saying, I'm getting married. Oh, like just drive-by marriage, Johnny. Hit and run. Man, come on. So, back to Messyar. As I said, some countries, Muslim countries, there's laws that regulate it and it is allowed. Okay, what's the issue? I told you. In general, guys, if they keep it from no one knows, then obviously the shart of announcing it is an issue. And I know that Babar Ahmed, or whatever his name is, brother, okay, may Allah protect him, he put a big post on this and the women were commenting and the men were commenting, they're fighting and all that. I think what they missed the point is that he thinks that you have to announce it to the whole world, supposedly, but it's not like that, all right? It's about the first wife where the debate is. If the brothers don't tell no one, then he hasn't fulfilled the issue of announcing. But do you have to announce it to your first wife? This is where there's a big difference of opinion and debate. Of course, it's going to cause problems, it's going to hurt her. But anyway, even if you go and tell her that you're going to get married, she's going to be hurt anyway. She's not going to like, and the guy is left between a rock and a hard place with, what are the options? Fasting. Then he comes to us and says, I can't fast anymore. I mean, I'm working, I'm this and that. And even if I fast, when I break my fast at night, I go crazy. Oh, brother, but you shouldn't have desires. No, because Allah created you like angels, right? Because the Prophet didn't say that, oh man, if you have the means, get married because it helps you protect your chastity. No, we're supposed to be Buddhists, astaghfirullah. The arguments that you throw doesn't work because you don't analyze it around. You're forgetting that Islam is deen of fitra, and part of the fitra is desires. Okay? And there's the difference between should and what really happens. And we're talking about both the should and what actually happens. So, the brother is stuck. I'm not justifying. I'm not giving people licenses. I'm saying what is going on. I'm trying to bring awareness as to why is happening. People are still marrying. Brothers are still doing polygyny. Brothers are marrying in secret. It's not stopping. How can we fix it? Well, I told you, if the women start taking a little bit of the responsibility and saying, yeah, man, over 10 years, if I haven't really slept with my husband only a few times and I'm not really satisfying him and I'm sick and this and that, I love my husband, he loves me, but I think he needs to protect himself. Save yourself and your family from hellfire. And the Prophet did it and the Sahaba did it. How about we submit and we put, yeah, I don't like it. Yeah, it's hard for me. I'm jealous. I'm suffering. But I want to submit. I want to help him. Because a man is not like the woman. I'm trying to understand the situation from my perspective, the woman. Maybe I should understand it from his perspective. We always, men are told, understand from a woman's perspective. You should have empathy. You should. What about the other way? What about the other way? Idfa billatihi ahsan. Yalla, come on. Return with what's better. I'm not saying they're not going to be jealous. It's going to be tough. The woman is going to have a hard time, no doubt. Okay? The woman is going to have a hard time, yes, but maybe if she submits, maybe if the guy does it right, maybe all these things are going to start, fixing issues as opposed to breaking them. Okay? The arguments are wrongly put. So maybe that's the solution. If the woman starts saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to show the world that it works because I believe in Islam. And if the Prophet did it and the Sahaba did it, it means it works. And we can do it because we're told to be like them. We're told to follow their examples. So I want to be like that. And I'm going to do it. If the wives of the Prophet ﷺ did it, I cannot be better than them. Were they jealous? Yes. Aisha spilled the food. They were, causing issues. Hafsa revealed the secret of the Prophet ﷺ and she was divorced. There was issues between them. They were jealous of each other's beauty. They were this and they were that. Even when Aisha was talking to the Prophet ﷺ about what if I die, he said, you're gonna go and get one. You can't wait for that. And you're gonna go get married. So these kind of same types of discussion that sometimes a normal husband and wife have, because this is the deen of fitra. This is the deen of fitra, guys. So maybe the solution is not, forget it. Hang your desires. It's not about, no, it's fitra. It's following the sunnah maybe. Can they happen? Maybe some sisters, they cannot do it from the beginning. Make it clear to your future husband, I'm so sorry, it's not going to happen. Start looking for another woman. Say it. It's your prerogative. It's your right. It's your right. But once you do the marriage and you have kids and this and that and the issues happens and you yourself have fallen short of fulfilling his desires, and brother, it's all about fulfilling desires. Ya Allah, why do a lot of men are gonna go to hell? Because of zina. Why is zina such a fahisha and something bad? Because a lot of men will commit it and it's gonna happen. Why that boy Sahaba went to the Prophet ﷺ and he said that give me permission to commit zina. We read this hadith, we're like, wow, what a nice hadith. But when it comes to connecting and applying in real life, we don't understand it. Woman didn't go and ask the Prophet, I want to commit zina. Even though woman was making poetry and Umar Khattab heard it. She said that if I don't fear Allah, my bed would be shaking right now. Literally, that's what she said. And Umar Khattab used his daughter, and she went and asked her, like, how long can a woman last without a man? And then he made the soldiers come back every 3 or 4 months based on that. So it is about desires. You see, it's part of it. It's not the only thing, please. It's not the only thing. Don't keep sending these hurtful messages to me, attacking me. Already, people are not talking to me. Friends and everyone's like, especially men, are boycotted. They're blacklisted. They cannot. Just think about the evidences that I'm giving. Islam is not all about desires, but desires is part of it because this issue is part of human nature and Allah has regulated. So this is one of the big problems with secret marriages. Okay, this is one of the big problems with secret marriages. Whichever way the man is gonna go, whether hide it, and remember what we say here, in general, yes, some men will hide it that no one else knows, and I don't agree with that. That's a big problem. And the woman is like locked in somewhere and no one knows about it. No friends, no nothing. And every time you go outside, you're like, you're a thief, you know? This doesn't make sense. But in general, a lot of people know about it except for the wife. Is that the best thing? It's an issue, right? Because you're gonna have to lie to her and this and that. Some people have said, okay, it's, you can lie to your wife. We have to be careful where we apply that hadith, okay? And how. I'm saying be careful. I'm not saying I agree with that or this, okay? But the man is usually stuck. I'm not talking about the man who's fulfilled by his wife, first wife, they're all happy together, loving each other, like loves, and living. Yeah, that's alhamdulillah. As I said. But there are a lot of people that I've dealt with are in this situation between a rock and a hard place. This is the statement that I want to use. If he hides the woman or doesn't tell his first wife, and she finds out, it's going to be a huge problem. Divorce, using the law, running, this and that, taking the kids, smashing his personality, his character, his morals, everything. And if he tells her, she's going to do the same thing. So where is the man left with? Fasting? Well, then the Prophet he's the best man, he would have fasted. Okay, if you're going to say that the Prophet married for different reasons, well, the man can say, well, we're going to marry for different reasons too. Right? Remember, one of the things the Prophet said marry for is beauty. Now, he doesn't say that don't marry for these things. He said the best thing is deen. When he says the hadith about the best man is deen. But the other possibility is also one of the reasons of why men marry. And he gave his recommendation. Look at deen first. And then you would expect a woman who really understands the deen, isn't it? And who can submit to Allah and submit to her husband. Right? But the guy is going to be stuck no matter what. He will be stuck. In general, he will be stuck. Okay? In general, he is going to, if he tells or doesn't tell, if he hides it or doesn't hide it, if he wants to do it, she will take him to the butchers, especially in the West, using the law, taking the kids, destroying his character, his everything. So, I don't know. I'll wait for your comments and let's see what happens. Assalamu alaikum.